All right, everyone. Thank you for jumping on. It is July 26th, 2017. And we are here because we have an amazing call that we wanted to share with you about an opportunity that has not only changed my life, but has changed some of the amazing speakers that we'll be sharing with you tonight. And so if you are listening in by phone, welcome. If you see us on screen, welcome. And again, this call will be recorded. So if you can't stay to hear everything, don't worry. We will go ahead and post a recording of this in our event page. But just to give you guys an idea of why you're here, you're probably here because you were invited by a friend. They saw potential in you. You're here because you want to learn more about an opportunity that can change your health from the inside out. Maybe you're here because you're interested or a current challenger or client of ours and you're participating in a group. Maybe you're here because you heard about an opportunity of building a business from home. So whatever your story may be, hopefully tonight something will resonate with you and for you to know that a lot of us started out the same way. For me, my name's Kristen, and I was a little skeptical of anything related online, and a random blonde girl friend requested me on Facebook. She had some amazing videos and pictures, and she was just so happy, and she was doing a lot of things that I recognized in my life that made me happy, and I couldn't afford the gym. So I messaged her, and it was the best decision I ever made in my life. And I, almost 4 years later, own a business through a company called Beachbody, and I help others through their health and wellness journey. I came into this in pretty good shape. I got pregnant and was coaching during my pregnancy, and now I'm currently in my postpartum journey. So for a lot of us, it may seem a little scary if maybe we're not all in as far as our own physical transformation. But tonight you're going to hear that's okay. That doesn't determine your success. And maybe you're somebody who is in tip-top shape and you're wondering, how am I going to fit this into my already current routine? So we're going to chat about that. Or maybe you work a full-time job. Maybe you're a mom. Maybe you're a stay-at-home mom. Whatever the case may be, maybe you don't have extra funds to even invest in something right away. You're going to hear a lot of those different takeaways tonight. So this is who we are. This is our team. It's filled with some of the most amazing people that I've ever met. Some of them are my best friends, and I met them online. So I totally support online dating. Not that I date them, but I met my husband face-to-face 12 years ago, and now I can say online dating works. It's a little awkward at first, but I get to pick and choose the people I work with, and I love the mission that we are a part of. We are here because we are helping others to live healthier and more fulfilling lives, including our own. And we run with that. We have a lot of different great stories that eventually we share through social media and storytelling and attraction marketing. But for right now, what you can expect on tonight's call is, what is this about? Okay, so I kind of give you the gist, but how do you earn income? How do you fit this into a busy schedule? How are you able to afford to keep your business active each month and to have your superfoods paid for? How are you able to earn free swag, as we like to call it? And what exactly do we offer as far as products? How are they going to fit into your life? So you're going to hear a variety of that tonight. And so we will get started with our very first speaker, who is my upline coach. So it's her, and I signed up underneath of her, and we're both successful, and it's just an amazing team, and we work side by side, and it's just great. So her name is Kaylee Hennessy. So we will start with her, and Kaylee will then announce Kirsten. So go ahead.
up. I was that crazy blonde girl that friended Kristen. Just so you know. I'm just going to tell you a quick little background of who I am. I do have to start first with the income disclaimer because I came into this for the business. I was already in shape. I already loved health and fitness. So Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success. Your success and income is determined based off of the amount of people that you help. So that's like the shortened version of it for you guys. But like I said, I came into this for the business. My family, I've been doing this, March was 4 years. And my family and I were going through a really hard time as far as debt wise. And I was working 3 jobs. I had a 1-year-old who was colicky. I wouldn't even call them jobs. I was a stay-at-home mom, but I folded church bulletins for my church. I walked dogs in the cold with 2 kids, and I was knitting for my mom's craft show. And just to bring in extra money. And we were sinking in credit card debt. We had contemplated claiming bankruptcy. And then I was actually talking with my upline coach, that is now, just about health and fitness. I found her on a blog, and we were just, talking because it was a passion of both of ours. And I remember sitting many nights and many days just thinking about when I was a child. I was very blessed. I got to go to Disney World every year. My grandparents lived right outside of Orlando, and they had friends that worked at Disney. So we got really discounted tickets. But it was at that point when I had 2 small children and knowing the financial struggle we were in, I was like, I'm not going to be able to take my kids to Disney. Well, that's when it just happened to come across that, my now upline, Paula Mel, coach did a blog post about how she earned a free trip to Disney and from this company called Beachbody. And I was intrigued because I was like, well, I want a free trip to Disney because that was like my long-term basically hurdle that I didn't think that I'd ever be able to get out of or over. So I messaged her and I asked her what the deal was. And I knew I had been looking at home type of work before, but there are other things that I'm passionate about, like cooking. I love to cook. So I looked into Pampered Chef, but I had to find something that was going to suit my family's needs the best. And I couldn't just be out of the house on any given night for a party or something like that, because my husband also owns his own business. So we kind of have to be where we need to be. And so when I read more into the background of Beachbody, which I don't know if many people do, but I'm a numbers person and a visual, statistics, all that kind of stuff, I came to realize that this was one of the most beneficial businesses to be in because it was something that you could do pretty much on your own. You didn't have somebody telling you where you needed to be. You didn't have somebody telling you need to have X amount of parties booked before you had, you could start. You didn't have to keep stock. It was literally what I wanted to do, obviously within compliance guidelines. But that was something that benefited me because I needed to be here for my colicky 1-year-old and my rambunctious 2.5-year-old. I needed to be here because I was the one person in the entire house that my husband doesn't even know how to turn on a computer. So I did all of his estimates for him, all of his invoices, all of his emails. So I had to be here, but I also wanted to make a difference. I wanted to bring my family out of debt. And long story short, when I dove into this, I knew what I was going after. I knew that I wanted financial freedom for my family. And so I, being a numbers and statistics type of person, dove into what I needed to know at that moment to get me to where I wanted to be. And that's what I applied. And this is where the income disclaimer comes in. In 18 months, I paid off all my debt, my credit card debt, all that good stuff. And before then, I brought on Kristen and made your good buddies with her. What was it, like, I don't know, 5 months after I signed on, you did? And it was just been an amazing experience. Just my passion is helping my coaches grow. Whereas you're going to hear from other coaches here that their passion is helping challengers grow. My coaches that I bring on are my challengers. They're my babies. They go through the same exact thing as a challenger does, but I just bring them on a different way. So one of the things that I always tell people on a business opportunity call is that it doesn't matter how you come into this business, as long as you have a passion for health and fitness, a passion for helping people succeed, and wanting something better for your life, you're going to make it happen. That's what I got for you. I didn't.
Thank you so much. That was awesome. You did a great job. You always paint a vision, and you are wonderful with numbers. So if you're not great with numbers, she's the girl that we go to for that. So awesome. Thanks, girl. All right, Miss Kirsten. She's going to be our next guest speaker. Kirsten is one of my near and dear friends. She's a nurse. That's how we met. She also has a toddler, and she is currently pregnant with baby number 2. She was a PIO instructor and taught locally in the community with me a couple years ago. And she is just recently back to coaching because her why changed a little bit. So she's going to share a little bit of how she does this with that schedule that I just told you about, and is kicking butt with it. So Kirsten, welcome.
Background, because Kristen just did that, but like she said, my why really changed, and like, why did I want to jump into a home business in the last couple months? So really, you've heard the 2 kids. I work full-time as a nurse. It's exhausting. I love to spend more time with my kids. So for me, it really kind of started out as a hobby. Love health and fitness. And I totally, like, the last 4 years have been diving in. And now I would love to kind of up it a little bit. I'd love to maybe go part-time, maybe go career. So I have these different goals. And so there are many different ways that you can make this work for you. There's like a discount coach. You could just be doing it because you get the discount, and maybe your family and everybody wants to do it too, and they sign up under you. You could do it as like a hobby coach. So you're basically like, okay, I love my shakes and I want to get them for free every month. So I need to help 3 people every month get to their goals. So that's helping them. It's helping me. Or like I said, you can try and go career and quit your part-time job, quit your full-time job, spend more time at home with your kids, or whatever your goal is, go to Disney, whatever. So you have so many different ways that you can make it work for you. It's like Kaylee was saying, you're not being forced to do all these parties or all of this other stuff to be able to get to the next level. So how do you fit all this into your day, like your busy day? Like, how do you even make, if you have a full-time job, how do you make a part-time side job even work? Because I do like to think of this not only as my hobby, because it's number one, my hobby. Like, my husband has his hobbies. This is my hobby. But my hobby has kind of turned into my side job, and I take it very seriously. So the first thing you always have to do is, you'll get very familiar with the workouts and the products and everything. Of course, we all love them, but you first have to do you. So number one on your list every day is doing your workout, getting your shake in, and making sure you're eating right, because you have to be a product of the products. And that's probably one of the things you love about this opportunity. Is it's going to help keep you motivated. It's going to help keep you accountable. The second thing you have to do is you really have to schedule your time. Okay. So one of my biggest mistakes 3 years ago when I started as a coach was I was attached to my phone. Like, anybody texted me or messaged me about anything, I was on it. And I never really figured out how to separate my life with the coaching life. And so when I started back up, I really scheduled my time. So every day for 1 hour, I do my power hour, I knock it out. So that's where you're basically connecting with people. You're making follow-ups, you're working on a new project, things like that. So you're going to schedule some time into your life, whether you wake up a little earlier in the morning, or you do it when the kids are asleep, during nap time, or you do it in the evening. If you're passionate about it, you're going to find an hour to do it. The next thing is to do is just to make sure that when you're not doing your power hour, you're also sharing with everybody around you. So like at work, you're sharing. When you're out, like I was at Costco the other day talking to a lady in the protein shake aisle, you're just constantly sharing with other people what you do, and you're very passionate about it. And it just emulates, and they get it. So that's another way that you fit Beachbody into your life without having to try so hard, because if you love it, you're going to share it. And then the other thing is that it's just really easy to make goals that are realistic. You have a wonderful upline that is like here to support you and help make Beachbody fit into your life the way that you want it to fit into your life. There's no pressure to do certain things. So if you're really good at setting goals, which is very important, you'll kind of get to where you want to be, whether you want to just stay discount, or you want to be a hobby coach, or you really want to hit those big career goals. So there's definitely room for everybody. And then I would just say, just make sure you keep it a hobby. Like I said, like my husband has all these hobbies. He paints, he does reenactments, he does all this other stuff. And then I was like, I need something to do on the side. Like, this is great. I can actually, pay for our shakes. I can help my family. I can help other people with my hobby. Like who has a hobby like that? So I definitely always think of it as a hobby to help it fit into your life a little bit better, and just making sure that you schedule, don't be stuck to your phone. Make sure you take time for your family because they're still first. So that's really what I have for you as far as making it work into your life.
You did so good. Thank you for sharing your insights. And like Kirsten was saying, if you are not someone who knows how to set goals, if you're not someone who's comfortable talking to strangers in the protein shake aisle, if you're an introvert, don't worry. We help you to overcome those obstacles. Some of the coaches on this call tonight are so super shy. So for them to come out of their comfort level, like I'm definitely not an introvert, but I attract a lot of introverts. So we are here to help you every step of the way. We do team training. We help you with the goal setting that she was talking about. And a big thing that we really love and preach about is the personal growth and development that you're going to participate in daily for you. If you want something different, you got to change who you are. So a lot of us, we didn't come into knowing what a business was, or how to build relationships, or how to encourage people or motivate people. It was all skills that we learned, and it's the same skills that you get to learn too. So please, if you heard some things you're like, oh yeah, that's me, or if you're like, oh, that's totally not me, it's okay, because we speak to all of the personalities and we support. And like Kirsten said, we're a really big family, and we put family first and foremost. We just want to help you to bring some extra to your family and to be able to do extra things. So awesome job. All right, next up we have, who do we have? We are going to chat about a challenger's perspective and the programs and what they've done. And it's going to be the lovely Miss Kelsey. She is a dance instructor. She's incredible. I think we were BFFs when we were 10 years old, but I'm not sure. She's got a contagious laugh, and she's just got this super bubbly personality, and we absolutely love her. So Kelsey, the floor is yours.
Hi, guys. Okay. I'm going to start with a little bit about me and how I got involved in Beachbody, because I have a best friend that I grew up dancing with. As Kristen said, I teach dance now. I teach dance at a studio, and I'm also a dance coach for a high school dance team. I went to school for communications. I ended up in HR for a good 6 years before I was like, you know what, I'm so unhappy. And I actually quit and took on teaching dance and coaching full time. And around that time, I was really just embracing the fitness world again, getting back into loving exercise. And I had this friend that I used to dance with growing up, and she was online posting her workouts and talking about this program she was doing and how it was going so great. And honestly, I grew up with her. I knew her so well. I trusted what she would do for herself. And so I messaged her and I asked her if I could join her. She never pressured me. I never felt like she was selling me anything, but I definitely wanted to be where she was, if not just for the fitness side, but the positivity side. And so I think that that's when I really started understanding that Beachbody is in the business of helping people, maybe not necessarily just with their physical aspect, but also mentally and financially. But what we talk to when we're talking to challengers, and maybe not just being a coach, but coming down to getting challengers into a group and getting them started on just falling in love with Beachbody, you're talking about translating that business into results, right? People want to see results. And obviously you're going to be the best, as Kirsten said, a product of the products. But let's talk about some of those products. So hopefully all of you have purchased something at some point here, but we're talking about challenge packs. And that's what we're trying to get our challengers into our groups by purchasing. Basically, Beachbody has done crazy things in the past 2 years since I've been a coach. And it used to be that challenge pack was one DVD program. So you had to narrow it down to, do I want to do the 21-day fix, or PIO, or T25, one of those programs? You would get one workout program with the DVDs. It would be mailed to you. And then you would get the 30-day supply of Shakeology in a challenge pack, plus the accountability of a coach for you personally. But now Beachbody has something called Beachbody On Demand. It's basically what I like to call the Netflix of fitness. It's right now they have over 600 workouts that you can stream online. I stream on my phone, I stream on my computer, I stream on my iPad, I stream on my Roku, which is like a smart TV. But basically, you're getting a year-long subscription to Beachbody On Demand and the 31 days of Shakeology in a challenge pack now, which is insane. And these are people who, are willing to spend $100 on a gym each month, but they don't, they're looking at spending $160 for an entire year of that many workouts. And so we just want people to know how great of a value that is. Here's why challenge packs set people up for success, and how they set me up for success. I didn't know where to start when I came on. She was like, well, what kind of program do you want? And I was like, I have no idea. And I basically am so excited that we have Beachbody On Demand now, because you can go from any of the workouts that Beachbody offers. And you can try a workout, you can not like it and go to another program and decide to take that. You can do so many things with that access. They also have program materials for every single workout program. So we're talking calendars, which I love because I get to cross each day off, and that makes me feel accomplished. We're talking meal plans that helped educate me so much and plan my own every single month. And we're talking quick start guides and stuff like that to just get you to take your before and after pictures and write down your measurements and track your progress along the way. They're getting all of that within that challenge pack. I definitely became addicted to Shakeology after a month. I think you just notice the energy you get. You can't beat the amount of nutrition that you're getting in one daily shake. And, the fact that I could drink it in the morning as my breakfast, and I literally would not be starving for at least 3 or 4 hours, was amazing to me, because I had tried protein powders before, and that just isn't the case. So lastly, I just wanted to comment, because Kristen knows it's my favorite part, but I think the most important thing for me that really drives it home with Beachbody and why it is so different than other, fitness genres is the community and your personal coach. I can't tell you how I would have not gotten through any of the programs I've done. And I've done 21 Day Fix. I've done 21 Day Fix Extreme, PiYo, Quarter Force. I'm doing Shift Shop now. And the support that you get from not only your coach, but the other people that you're in these accountability groups with is insane. It just feels like a family, like Kristen said, that is, we're all looking for the same goal, and we all drive each other each and every day. If I don't want to work out, I'm looking on that group. I see someone telling me, you know what, I worked out, and that's all it takes. Be better than you were yesterday. And so I'm definitely glad I made the investment all those 2 years ago, and I'm super glad to pass that on now.
You did so good. Thank you, Kelsey. And some things that I heard that I couldn't agree more with is we really have the complete system. Nowhere else are you going to get meal plans, recipes, workouts. You're getting a daily Dense of Nutrition, which covers all of your vitamins, 70 superfoods, guys. Like, I used to spend $85 a month just for 4 ingredients that I'm getting in addition to so many more. So the quality is there. It fit with my family's lifestyle, and it's helped so many that we have been in contact with. So if you're thinking about your health right now, I want you to really figure out, am I committed to making a difference? Because a lot of us, I'm not a fan of working out, but now I'm addicted to the endorphins. And like Kel said, we have an amazing support group. You're never going to have to run these groups by yourself. If you want to, that choice is there. We'll teach you and train you how to do that. But otherwise, we always have communities. We will always have a challenge group every single month with our team. And we've had a challenge group every single month since I signed up as a coach in October 2013. I have had tons of life issues happen to me, but at the end of the day, those groups are still there and still running. And it's because we really, truly believe in this mission statement of making the world a better place for ourselves and our future generations. So thank you, Kelsey, for your intake. So good. All right. Last up, we have somebody who's extremely, extremely special to me. Her name is Katie. She is one of my original leaders. She was someone who came to me as a depressed mom. She was somebody who came to me who could not afford to make the investment right away, but she was somebody that I truly wanted to help. She became part of one of my free groups of introducing to clean eating and what it was about. I really wanted to help this girl. I don't know what it was. It just was like something said, you have to help her. And even though she couldn't do anything for me, I didn't turn her away. I was there helping her just kick butt with goals. She set a goal of saving money. She put aside money every single day. And 2 months into free groups, she was not only in my free group, she was running her own free groups. And when she signed up to be a coach, she took off and was helping so many people, and in return was able to afford necessities that at that time she couldn't afford. And things like conditioner for her hair, diapers for her son, things, guys, that we take for granted. And it's going to make me cry, knowing that this was an opportunity that could help even a little person versus somebody who can afford something right away. It really doesn't matter if people have a desire to change their life and their circumstances and they're truly passionate about helping others. This girl is the one who is one of my favorite stories to share. And sorry, Katie, if I gave most of your story away. I just get real, I'm like a proud mom when I talk about your story. So welcome to the call, Katie.
What am I supposed to talk about now? Hopefully you guys can see me. I know the light in here is kind of bad, but I'm literally like hiding in my sunroom, trying not to sweat to death because this is like the only quiet place in my house right now. My name is Katie Nichols. I have been a coach for a little over 2.5 years. And like Kristen was saying, before Beachbody, we had just moved to a small town 4 or 5 hours away from all of our family and friends. I had worked full time my whole life, and for the first time ever, I was a stay-at-home mom. And I didn't know anyone in this town. I was lonely. I was severely depressed. I've dealt with depression and anxiety my whole life. But at this point in my life, it was scary. I was in a very, very, very dark place. I used food as comfort. I binge ate. I smoked a pack and a half of cigarettes a day. I drank more alcohol than I would like to even admit. And I literally hated myself. I hated my life, and I woke up every day like not wanting to live. And that's awful, especially when you have 2 beautiful children, you know, that don't deserve to have a mom that's so miserable all the time. And I was sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I was sick of spiraling out of control. And it was actually on New Year's Eve, and I saw one of Kristen's videos randomly pop up on my timeline, and she looked so happy and full of life. And I was like, wow, like I could have that. Like, what if I could be that happy? And I messaged her, and I think the first thing I said was like, I cannot afford anything that you're selling, but if you could give me some tips on how to lose weight, like that would be extremely awesome. And she let me into one of her free challenge groups. I had the old school Shanti's Rockin' Body DVDs that had been collecting dust. I never used them. And she let me into one of her free groups, and I was literally blown away. I was getting results. I was, you know, feeling better about myself, and I was learning about clean eating. Like literally before this, I knew nothing about clean eating or eating healthy. To me was like anything that said low fat or anything like diet sodas. Like I could not even cook eggs, burn grilled cheese. Like I was a hot mess. I still am, but throughout this whole thing, like I learned about clean eating. I learned that I didn't have to eat like a rabbit to lose weight, and that I didn't have to eat like bland, just eat salads and stuff. Like I learned that I could actually eat all day long and eat like delicious foods and actually like lose weight. And I really, 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 really wanted to do Shakeology. And at that point in our life, especially, you know, working off one income, and we had an extra thing going on, and that got wiped away. So we were in a really tight financial bind. And it was basically like, do I go back to work just to pay for daycare and insurance and leave my that I didn't know? Or, you know, with daycare, my son has asthma, and I was in and out of the hospital like for weeks at a time every month, and I was scared to death to leave him. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. I really wanted to challenge back, and I did everything I possibly could. I used Christmas money. Like I just really wanted to challenge back, and I finally saved enough money to sign up and get my first challenge pack. And, you know, $160, like Kelsey was saying, now you get every single program in the world instead of just one program. But $160 to me and my family at that time, it felt like grand. But I took a risk because I built a trust with Kristen. Like I trusted her, and she, you know, told me that I could do this. And I was the type of person that, I didn't even take selfies. Like I was severely overweight and depressed and had no confidence at all. And I'm like, you're crazy. But I'm at a point where like, I can barely feed my family. Like she was saying, like we could barely make it week to week. So I was like, what do I have to lose? Like it's worth a shot actually trying this. So I saved money. I got my challenge pack, and the rest is freaking history. Shakeology was a game changer for me. I never thought that I was going to be a shake girl. I thought it was crazy. But the second I tasted it, I was like, wow, this stuff actually tastes good. Like I've tried protein shakes in the past, and they were absolutely disgusting. And they didn't do even a quarter of what Shakeology does for me. You know, energy, all the superfoods I need, my probiotics, my vitamins, like all of that. And I wanted to be able to do it every single month. I didn't want to go without. And I told Kristen, like, yes, I have this challenge pack. I'm rocking, you know, in challenge groups. I'm finally losing weight, but I want to be able to afford to have Shakeology every month. And she basically said, you know, share your journey on social media, help 2 to 5 people a month, and like, boom, your Shakeology is paid for. And so I slowly started to come out of my shell, and I shared what I was doing, and I shared, you know, like, this is legit. It's working for me. Like, I'm getting results. I'm changing from the inside out. And people were like, wow, like, what are you doing? And just by sharing that, my journey and what I was doing, and talking to other people about what I was doing and getting them started on their journey, doing the same thing that I was. And literally by helping 2 to 5 people a month, I was able to afford and get my Shakeology covered. And I kind of kept going with it. And I kept going with it and helped more people. And those people helped people. And it's kind of like a ripple effect. And it just like blew my mind that by helping myself and that I could help others and actually earn an income was just mind blowing to me. And I remember getting one of my first paychecks, and I literally, like, I called Kristen and I just bawled my eyes out. And it wasn't about like the money. It was just about that, like, holy crap, like, I can afford to go help my husband, like, buy groceries. I can afford to get my Shakeology. I can afford to pay a couple bills. And it just kept building and building and building. And I turned this into a full-time business. I never in a million years thought that I could do something like this. But I did, just by sharing me and my journey. It has literally changed every single aspect of my life. Like, I'm a better mom, I'm a better wife, I'm a better friend. Like, everything about me is better. And my life did a complete 180. And that's all thanks to this team and Kristen and this incredible company that we're all a part of. And honestly, without me taking a risk and I don't know where my life would be. And like Kelsey was saying, like, it's everything and then some. You have the nutrition with Shakeology and the meal plans and the recipes, and you have, you know, all the programs. And for me at that point, like, there is no way in hell that I would go to a gym or even step into a gym. And the fact that I don't have to take my kids anywhere, they work out with me and I can work out in my pajamas is just crazy. And the number one thing, like Kelsey said too, is the community. Like, it was something I was lacking. I felt like I wanted to be something more than just a mom. And, you know, especially being in a small town where I didn't know anyone, I needed friends. I needed someone to talk to and people to support me. And I literally, before this, tried every single thing under the sun, diet pills, wraps, everything you can imagine, and nothing worked for me. I flip-flop up and down. And this was the only thing that I found that actually worked for me and that I could stick to. And the main reason was because of the constant support and the family-like community, and the accountability that was there. I didn't even look at my notes, and I probably am rambling, but literally this opportunity changed my family's life. It changed me from the inside out, and just from the ripple effect of sharing my journey and being able to help change other people's lives, and those people change other people's lives, and so on and so forth. You earn income while doing it. And I mean, I can't say anything negative about this. Like, it literally has changed every single aspect of my life. And I love everything about it. And I know that a lot of people are on the fence about coaching because they don't know what it's about and they don't think that they could do it because they're not at their fitness goal. But like, it doesn't matter who wants, you know, some perfectly fit girl. Like, yeah, that's awesome. But I wanted someone that could relate to me and had been through, you know, what I was going through along my journey. And, you know, anyone can do this. And a lot of people use the excuse, you know, I don't have internet. I don't have a laptop. I created and built my whole entire business for a year and a half without internet. Like, I would use up my data and I would sit in the McDonald's parking lot and use Wi-Fi just to check in with my challengers in the morning. And I still don't have a laptop. I do everything from my phone, and you can literally do this anywhere from anything. And I know it's scary making a decision. I was scared to death. I didn't know what I was getting into, but what if that investment in yourself, that risk, that scary, hairy thing that you are, you know, not quite so sure about, like, what if that one decision you made changed your whole life? Because that's what it's done for me and for the people that have spoke on this call and the, you know, our team and this company. And it could do the same for you. So if you are on the fence about it, I highly think that you should consider doing this because it's an incredible opportunity and it could change your life too. And I'm going to stop because I'm going to keep rambling. So that's all I got.
You did awesome, girl. Bianca, are you on? Is Bianca on?
Hey, I'm on.
Yeah,
I'm here. Hi.
Okay.
Sorry. I look like, I'm sorry. The reason why I have my pretty picture
That's
up
all right.
is because it's Florida. I live in Florida. And it's hot. And I just came back from my daughter's soccer game. It was freaking hot and I was melting. There was no makeup on my face. So
it's okay. So my leaders love to talk and they love to pour into others, if you couldn't tell. So we're going to wrap things up with my other amazing leader, my best friend, my Brazilian firecracker. And she is going to just chat with you guys about the different sign-up options. What option is going to be good for you and the belief system of what you think, or if you need help, guidance through it. She's really great at helping others make educated decisions. She's a nurse. She was a nurse at one point in her life too. And so we are going to wrap things up with her speaking. So thanks, Bianca. You look up great.
Thank you for having me. And sorry that I came in a little late, but I am excited to talk to you guys. I'm going to start by sharing a little tiny bit of my story. I'll be very brief because I do want to respect your time. But I came onto this business not for business purposes at all. I am a mom of 3, and when I got pregnant with my second daughter, I gained 65 pounds. I could try to tell you a pretty story that, you know, it's my hormones, and I can make up all kinds of ideas, but really the reality of it all is that I really love cake. And that's what I did. I ate a lot of cake in my pregnancy. I have always been active my entire life. I was captain of my volleyball team in high school. I love running. I love yoga. I love a bunch of, you know, exercise is my jam. But when I got pregnant with my daughter, it was right after I had had 2 miscarriages, and I was just devastated. And I just kept thinking to myself that, you know, it must have been something that I was doing, and I thought it was exercise related. So when I got pregnant, I did nothing. I literally sat on my couch and I ate cake. And I didn't want anything to do with anything that could possibly harm my baby. So basically, I put on 65 pounds and I wasn't worried. I had always been active, never had trouble losing weight. So when I had the baby, I thought for sure this is just going to melt off, right? No. 8 months later, I was still wearing pre-baby clothes, you know, pre-pregnancy, maternity clothes. I was still wearing maternity pants. I'll never forget, we had my husband's cousin came from California, and we had to go out to dinner with them. And right then and there, I realized that I had nothing that fit me. And my baby was 8 months old, and I couldn't fit into any kind of clothes, and I had to wear maternity jeans to this dinner meeting, and I was devastated. And at that point, that was my turning point, and I made the decision that I had to do what I had to do to get back to who I was. And so watching TV, I saw an infomercial for Insanity. I ordered it. I started Insanity right away. did not care about fixing my nutrition. I didn't think I needed that, and that's why my best friend jumped in. She had just signed up to be a Beachbody coach, and she told me that there was this group that would teach me about nutrition, and it was the shake that I had to drink, and she sounded all crazy. And I said, okay, you are crazy, but I'm going to trust you anyway because, she's my best friend, and best friends are not trying to scam you. So I started just like that. After 8 months, hadn't tried everything under the sun to lose the baby weight, and I just couldn't. And finally, 2 months after I started doing the challenge group with the right program, with the coach and with the challenge group and Shakeology, I lost 33 pounds in 2 months. And that was doing T25. And my mind was just blown. Being a coach, the business meant nothing to me, but I thought to myself that every single mom in the world needed to know about this opportunity. They needed to know that there was a workout program they could do from home. They needed to know that they were eating wrong. They needed to know that they weren't getting the whole foods that they needed. They needed to know this. And my passion just blurted out of me. I wasn't trying to sell anybody anything. I was just trying to share with them this thing that to me was mind-blowing and I thought everybody needed to know about. And so as I'm doing this, right, I'm sharing this passion of mine. Everybody's asking me and everybody's wanting to sign up. And I kept sending them to my friend because I'm like, you need to coach these people. They really need help and they need to know about Shakeology. And she's like, you need to coach them. You need to tell them. And I had zero confidence in myself. You're talking to a girl that was still 35 pounds overweight, that had zero self-confidence. I did not have the best childhood. Everything for me has always been a little bit harder as a Latina and as a single mom growing up, child of alcoholics pretty much. I had a hard childhood. So I did not have the most self-confidence. I did not trust in myself that I could actually lead a business. Leave aside the fact that I was a new mom. I was a nurse. I was working as a flight attendant. I had zero time in my life. I didn't know. I was like, a business? No, this is not for me. But just that passion that I was telling you guys about, that desire to tell people about what I was doing and how excited I was that I had actually found something that was helping me lose weight. I was feeling great. I had my self-confidence back. I was looking good again. And all that was pouring into my family. I had actually found joy in myself again, right? So that was just natural. And so as I started to share this, the business started to grow and I started to sign up people after people after people. And here I am 3 years later. I could go on about ranks and all that stuff. But you guys don't need to know about that. You just need to know that I was able to leave my nursing job that I did not enjoy or like at all. I have more time with my family. As I was telling you guys, I was just coming back from my little girl's soccer game, which meant the world to me because I have missed every single event and, sporting event or concert or everything because I had to work all the time. And now I'm home and I get to do this and it's just such a blessing. So as Kristen asked me, I'm going to share with you guys the options. As I told you before, when I signed up as a coach, but I signed up as a discount coach, not somebody that was going to work the business. So that is an option for you if you're not 100% sure if what you've heard here before about the business is exactly for you. Maybe you're like myself and you're not 100% sure in yourself, in your ability to be a good coach. Maybe you should start out as a discount coach and just try out the programs, see how it fits for a size. You have 30 days, absolutely 100% free try as a coach. So you sign up with the challenge pack, you do a program. Let's say you do the 21-day fix. You would pay exactly what a client would pay. You don't pay anything extra to be a coach, and you have the advantage of having the 25% off in your program, in your future orders. So let's say you like myself and you fall in love with Shakeology. You're gonna want to keep that order going. You get a 25% discount on that or any other product that you choose. Again, you can sign up as a client, but if you sign up as a discount coach, you get that for free and you get the discount on the product. So it's a really great deal. Now, if you decide that maybe you want to coach, you're already a coach. You don't need to do anything extra. You have your website, you have your links to send out people, and you can let your coach or your upline know. And let's just, say, I want to learn more about the business. Teach me how it works. How do I invite people? How do I get them into challenge groups? What do I say to them when they're interested? How do I post on social media? How do I do all that stuff? It's all training. We all do that for you. It's already invented. The wheel is just recreated with all these amazing girls that you're seeing here. We've all gone through it and we've all been schooled on it, and you're going to learn the same process that makes us the #1 team in the whole network. So it's no reinventing the wheel. It's all done. You're going to sign up and you're going to ask how it's done, and we're going to show you. Now, if you sign up today, either as a client or as a coach, it depends on the price that you, the challenge pack that you order. It all goes with your goals and objectives that only you and your coach can decide what's best, but they range anywhere from $140 to $205. That is a challenge pack that you get. You get your workout programs, you get your meal guides, your nutrition plans, you get your workout calendars, you get your portion control containers, you get 30 days of Shakeology, your shaker cup, and that all comes included with that one package. Again, it could be the cheapest one, or the most basic package is $140, all the way ranging up to $205. There is a $39.95 fee for you to sign up as a coach, but if you sign up as a coach right from the get-go, that is gone. It's waived, so you don't have to pay that. Same thing as if you're military, you don't have to pay that, or any incoming foregoing coach fees, which we pay each month, $15.95. That takes care of all our websites, our customer service, our IT, all the tech stuff that we don't want to deal with. That's taken care of by that $15.95 that you pay monthly 30 days after you sign up as a coach. So if you sign up today and 29 days later you say, it's not for me, you can cancel. No contracts, no fees, nothing, no penalties. You cancel, you never get charged anything again. If you decide you want to keep going, $15.95 will cover you each month for all that stuff I said above. There's no inventory. You don't have to buy anything. You don't have to resell anything. If you don't make any sales, no big deal. You don't get charged for that. There's no quota you have to meet, and there's no products that you have to buy and keep at your house, which makes us really cool and sets us apart from other MLMs. So that's what I had. Did I miss anything? Did I cover it all? I talk very fast. I'm Latina.
No, you did. You did awesome. Thank you. I think everyone got it. And if they missed it, they can go back in the recording. But this event, guys, is going to be open until Saturday. I will post some extra resources, some quick videos, just to hit the main points that we didn't talk about tonight that are very helpful for you and making decisions and helping you to decide the direction that you want to go. So again, whether you're here because you want to join maybe one of our free communities, we gotcha. If you are ready to be a challenger and you want to sign up for our next challenge group, we run them every single month. We're currently in one right now, but we will save your spot for the next one. If you are someone who is like, yes, sign me up, I want to go in, I'm going to jump feet first, I'm not really sure what the heck I'm doing, that was me, but I'm going to try this out because I really do want to help others in addition to myself. We can get you into a Coach Basics training with us. If you are someone that needs time to think about all these options, maybe you're just that personality that kind of has to sit back and digest it all, we're still going to be here for you. You are going to have a team that is not going to quit on you. We have been almost 4 years strong. We're very proud of the members of our team. We run with a lot of respect and integrity. And we will tell you, if you're here just to try to make money, you're probably not part of the right team. That's not us. We're really filled with amazing people who really take the time and interest in you. And if you need that time to build more relationships with us, you will see a coaching opportunity event just like this. We're going to be doing these very frequently throughout the year. So if you want to come back to our next one, the doors are open. If you want to bring some friends with you next time, we'll have some giveaway prizes. You let us know how we can serve you, because our ultimate goal is to help you reach your goals. So thank you everyone for taking the 53 minutes with us tonight. I know it ran over a little bit, but we've got some passion and adrenaline and we are ready to go. And so we are so excited for you, and we look forward to meeting you all. So thank you so much, girls, for an amazing job on the call tonight. So proud of you as always, and we look forward to an amazing rest of the month. So have a good night, everyone. Thank you so much for hopping on. And this call will be recorded. I'll have the recording up for you in just a sec.